A very good morning, students. Today we are going to do the solutions of exercise 1.1. So first question, use Euclid division algorithm to find the HCF of 135 and 225. We have discussed about the Euclid division algorithm in the previous video. You can watch that video for the explanation of Euclid division algorithm and Euclid division lemma. Algorithm is basically the series of steps, and when we are using the Euclid's division lemma several times. So here in the first question 135 and 225, we will take the bigger number as the dividend. 225 will be taken as the dividend, and the smaller number 135 will be taken as the divisor. Then we are dividing 135 ones are 135, and when we subtract we get the remainder as 90 is the remainder. So here it will be written dividend, that is 225, is equal to divisor, that is 135, times of quotient, that is 1, plus of remainder, that is 90. Here the remainder is 90, that is not equal to 0. So that means we have to proceed further. So now the divisor of the last step will become the dividend, and the remainder of the last step will become the divisor. So now again 90 ones are 90, 135 minus 90 we get the value as 45. So it will be written as dividend 135 is equal to divisor 90 times of quotient 1 plus of remainder 45. Again in this step also remainder is not equal to 0. Remainder is 45, not equal to 0. This remainder is 45. So that means we have to proceed further. We have to perform the Euclid division lemma until we get the remainder equal to 0. So again the remainder of the last step will become the divisor, and the divisor of the last step will become the dividend. 45 2s are 90, so this will be cancelled out. Now we are getting the remainder equals to 0. So now here we can write the dividend 90 is equal to divisor 45 times of quotient, that is 2, plus remainder 0. Since the remainder here is 0, so this is basically the divisor of the last step. Divisor of the last step when remainder is equal to 0. This is the HCF, okay, is 45. Therefore we can write here that the HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. Okay, one more thing we can conclude from here. Okay, one more thing, although it is not asked, question is over, but one more thing we can say that in every step, if we are taking 225 and 135, the HCF of 225 and 135, that is dividend and the divisor is 45. In the second step, that is the HCF of 135 and 90 will also be 45, and in the last step, that is 90 and 45, also the HCF of 90 and 45 will also be 45. Okay, means at every step the HCF of the divisor and dividend will be 45 only, although the question is over at this step only. Okay, similarly in the second part also we have to calculate the HCF of 196 and 38220 by using the Euclid division lemma. So again we can proceed like we will take the bigger value as the dividend, that is 38220 as the dividend, and smaller value as the divisor. 196 is the smaller value, it will be taken as the divisor, and the 38220 is the bigger value, it will be taken as the dividend. Okay, little adjustment is needed. Okay, now it is adjusted. So 196, we are dividing 38220 by 196. So 196 ones are 196 minus, so 12 minus 6 is 6, and this is 17 minus 9 is 8, and that 2 minus 1 is 1. Now we will copy this 2, so it will become 1862. So 196, it goes 9 times, so 9 6 are 54, 5 carry, 9 9s are 81, plus 5 is 86, 8 carry, 9 1s are 9, plus 8 is 70. Okay, subtracting, we get the value as 12 minus 4 is 8, 15 minus 6 is 9, and we will copy this 0. The 0 will be copied. So 980. Now 5 times 5 6 are 30, 3 carry, 5 9 are 45, plus 3 is 48, 4 carry, 5 is 5 4 9. So we are getting the remainder 0. Okay, so we are getting in the first step only. Okay, so it is not necessary that we have to apply 3 times or 4 times. Here we are getting the remainder 0 in the first step only. So we can write it as dividend, that is 38220 is equal to divisor 196 into quotient 195 plus remainder, that is 0. So here the remainder is 0 in the first step only. So I told you, when the divisor of the last step, here the first step is only the last step where the remainder is equal to 0, will be the HCF. So we can write here that the HCF of 196 and comma 38220 is 196. Hope this is clear. Okay, now the third part, we have to find out the HCF of 867 and 255 using Euclid division algorithm. Again, the bigger value, that is 867, will become the dividend, and the smaller value 255 will become the divisor. Okay, so 3 times it will be 3 5s are 15, carry 1, 3 5s are 15, plus 1 16, carry 1, 3 2s are 6, 1 7, minus 7 minus 5 is 2, 6 minus 6 is 0, and 8 minus 7 is 1, 102. So we can write dividend 867 is equal to divisor 255 into quotient 3 plus remainder 102. Since the remainder is not equal to 0, we will proceed to the next step, that is we will write the remainder in the first step will become the divisor, and the divisor of the last step will become the dividend. So it will go 2 times, it will be 204. Subtracting 5 minus 4 is 1, and 5 minus 0 is 5 only. So the dividend 255 will be equals to divisor 102 times of quotient 2 plus of remainder 51. Again, the remainder is not equal to 0, we will proceed further. So the remainder 51 will become the divisor at this step, and the divisor of the last step 102 will be the dividend of this step. So 2 times it will go 102, 0 is the remainder. So we are getting dividend 102 is equal to divisor 51 into quotient plus remainder. Since the remainder is 0 here, we can say that the HCF of 867 comma 255 is 51, that is the divisor of the last step. Hope now this method is clear to everyone. Okay, now we'll proceed to the next question. Okay, question number 2, we have to show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. So we have done these kind of question in the first video where I've introduced the topic. So we'll start like that only. We will suppose let x be any positive integer. X be any positive integer. So if we are dividing, like in the previous questions we are dividing, so I am dividing this integer x by since we are in the question, we have to show that it is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. So we will be taking 6 as the divisor. Okay, divisor into quotient plus remainder, divisor into quotient plus remainder, divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now all the three cases divisor is 6 only. So since we have to show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5, so 6 is the divisor in all the cases. So we will divide it by 6. So if we are dividing by 6, suppose the quotient is q. Q can be any integer, 1, 2, 3, 4, any integer. So 6 times of 1 is 6, 6 times of 2 is 12 or anything like that. So here it will be 6 times of q basically. So if we subtract, we will get the remainder r. So it can be written as the dividend x is equal to the divisor 6 times of quotient q plus of remainder r. Dividend x is equal to divisor 6 multiplied by quotient q plus of remainder r, where the value of this x and 6 are integer, positive integer, and the value of r, where r will be either greater than equal to 0 or it will be less than the divisor, that is 6. This I have already told. So the value of r will be what? It will be greater than equal to 0. It can be 0 or greater than 0, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it cannot be 6. It will be less than 6 and greater than equal to 0. There are these many possibilities. Now let us look at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases we are having. So if suppose we are having remainder 0, then the division algorithm will become x is equal to 6q plus 0. And if x is equal to 6q plus 0, we can write it as x is equal to 6q plus 0 means 6q only, and 6q can be further written as 2 times of 3q. Okay, 2 times of 3q. So it is clearly showing here, it is clearly visible here. Like for example, if we are having any integer 6, so we are having the factors of 6 as 2 into 3. So this indicates that 2 is the factor of 6 and 3 is the factor of 6 and 6 is the multiple of 2 and 3. Similarly here it is indicating that 2 is the factor of x and 3q is the factor of x, and x is the multiple of 2 and 3q. And if it is so, we can also say that 6 is divisible by 2. 6 is divisible by 2. And if 6 is divisible by 2, we know that all the numbers which are divisible by 2 are even integers. Are you getting this? So that means x is equal to 2 multiplied by 3q. So x is divisible by 2, so x is an even integer. But we are not concerned with even integers. We will concerned with odd integers only over here. So let us first see this. We will not be considering. Okay, so it is an even integer. It is an even integer. Similarly, if we take the value of x as 2. Now we are taking the value of x as 2. So in that case, x will be equal to 6q plus 2. 6q plus 2 further can be written as, we can take x equals to 2 as common, so it can be 3q plus 1. Again, it is also indicating that this x is an even integer. Again, we will not be considering this case. Are you getting? Now in the third case, x equals to, like here third case is fourth, so 6q plus 4, so which can be further written as x equals to 2 times of 3q plus 2. Again, it is an even integer. So these are the cases when the value of the integer x is even integer. Okay, now let us, so these three cases are cancelled. Now we are concerned with only the value of x as odd integer. So let us see the other three cases, like when the value of x is 1. When the value of x is 1, then the case x will be equal to 6q plus 1. When the value is 3, then x will be equal to 6q plus 3. When it is 5, remainder is 5, then x equals to 6q plus 5. So here we cannot take 2 as common from any of these three. So these are the cases where the value of x is odd integer. Since any number which is not divisible by 2 is odd integers, so here since they are not divisible by 2, they are not having 2 as the factor, so these three cases will be the odd integers. So we can say from here that it proves, this shows that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5 respectively. Okay, that's it. Okay, next question, we will move to the next question. Now here in this question number 4, use Euclid division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer. In the last question we were discussing about the positive odd integer. Here we are saying square of any positive odd integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So here also, so 3 will be the divisor. Very good. So we will consider here again the same thing. Let x be any positive integer. Here it is not saying that it is positive odd or positive even, so we will take x be any positive integer. Now if we are dividing this odd positive integer x by the quotient 3, so we will take 3 as a quotient as given in the question. So it will be, suppose q is the divisor, we will be taking divisor as 3, so q is the quotient, so 3q, x minus 3q, remainder will be r. So we can write as dividend x is equal to divisor 3 times of quotient q plus of remainder r, where the value of r will be obviously greater than equal to 0 and less than the divisor, that is 3. So that means the value of r can be 0, 1 or 2. There are only 3 cases. Now let us discuss about these 3 cases one by one. In the first case, in the case 1, when the remainder is 0, so we can write x equals to 3q plus 0 or x equals to 3q simply. So in that case, Now since we have to show that square of the positive integer, so if the integer is x, then the square of positive integer will be x square. It will be equal to the square of 3q. So we are getting x square as square of 3 is 9q square. So it can also be written as 3 times of 3q square. So clearly we can say that if 3q square is any positive integer m, if 3q square is any positive integer m, then x square, it is of the form 3m, where m is any positive integer. Okay, 3q square can be any value of any positive integer, 4, 5, 6, 10, any positive integer. Now what about the case 2? Case 2, that is when the remainder is 1, then x will be equal to 3q plus of 1. When the remainder is 1, that is x equals to 3q plus 1, then in that case, what will be the square of the integer? X square will be square of 3q plus 1. And square of 3q plus 1 will be a square plus b square plus 2ab, or a square plus 2ab plus b square. So a square, that is 3q whole square, plus 2 into a into b plus b square. So x square will be square of 3q. 3 square is 9, q square plus 2 3 is 6, 6q plus 1 square is 1. So here it is in the decreasing order of their degrees. Perfect. So now we can take the 3 as we can take 3 as common from the first two terms. So if we are taking 3 as common from first two terms, we will be getting 3 within bracket 3q square plus 3 2s are 6, so it will be 2q and plus of 1. So again it is of the form, it is showing that it is of the form, x square is of the form 3m plus 1, where 3q square plus 2q is any integer m. 3q square plus 2q is any integer m. Here we have taken 3q square as an integer m. Here 3q square plus 2q is any integer m, and m is any positive integer. Okay. Now case 3, that is if the value of x is equal to 3q plus 2. There are only 3 cases. When the remainder is 0, then the value of x is 3q plus 0. When the remainder is 1, then it will be 3q plus 1. And the third and the last case, when the remainder is 2, then the value of x will be 3q plus 2. So in that case, square of x will be square of 3q plus 2. Again, identity a plus b whole square will be equal to a square, that is 3q whole square, plus 2 times of ab, that is 2 into 3q into 2 plus b square. So 3q whole square will be 9q square plus 2 to the 4 3 the 12q plus square of 2 is 4. So again this can be further written as 9q square plus of 12q plus of 3 plus 1. 4 can be written as 3 plus 1. Now this 3 terms we can take as common. We will consider these 3 terms and we can take 3 as common from these 3 terms. So it will become 3q square, 3 3s are 9, 3q square plus 3 4 the 12, 4q plus 1 plus of 1. So clearly it is showing that if 3q square plus 4q plus 1 is m, that is any integer m. So we can clearly say that x square is of the form 3m plus 1, where m is any positive integer. So in this question we have shown that, any positive square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or of the form 3m plus 1 or of the form 3m plus 1, means either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1, hence proved. Now in question number 5, use Euclid's division lemma to show that cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Similar question, only difference that here we have to take the cubes. So let x be any positive integer. Okay, then if we are dividing x by the divisor, here we will be taking divisor 9, since it is given 9 as the we have to show that it is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8, 9 as the divisor. So it will be if the quotient is q, then it will be 9 times of q, remainder will be r. So here the divisor x can be written as the product of dividend x can be written as the product of divisor 9 times of quotient q plus of remainder r, where the value of remainder is greater than equal to 0 and less than the 9 here. But the problem is we can do by this, but here we have to take 9 values. Remainder will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So many values are there. So the question is become little lengthy. Although you can do by this method, there is no problem at all with this method, but we can make this question little short also. How? Let us see how. We know one thing, that if a number is divisible by 9, then it will be divisible by 3 also. This we know, that if we are having any number divisible by any other number, then it will be divisible by its factors also. Like for example, a number which is divisible by 6 will be divisible by both of its factor 2 and 3. Similarly, a number is divisible by 9, then it will be divisible by 3 also. So in that case, here we can also take the divisor as 3. Okay, here we can also take the divisor as 3. So if we are taking 3 as the divisor, then our question will become little bit easy, less number of steps will be there. Suppose we are dividing x by 3 with the quotient q, it will be minus 3q, we are getting remainder r. Now our division algorithm will become x equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, where the value of remainder is less than 3 and greater than equal to 0, that is the value of r will be 0, 1, 2. So we are going to proceed in this manner only. It will be little easier for us. Okay, so we'll do this only. So let's take the cases. So case 1 again. Case 1, when the remainder is 0, so now we can write the value of x equals to the value of x will be equal to 3q plus 0, or we can say simply 3q also. So here I am writing 3q plus 0. Now since we have to take the cube, so what will be the, if the number is x is equals to 3q, then what will be the cube of the integer x cube? It will be 3q whole cube, that is x cube will be equal to 27q cube. And if it is 27q cube, so it can be written as 9, since we have to show it is of the form 9m, so 9 we can take out, and 3q cube. So where 3q cube we will consider as an integer m, so we can say that it is of the form x cube is of the form 9m, where m is any integer. Okay, now case 2, if we talk about the case 2, so case 2, that is if the remainder is 1, then x will be 3q plus 1. So if it is 3q plus 1, then again the cube of the integer will be cube of 3q plus 1, cube of 3q plus 1. So a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube. Let me write here if you have forgotten the identity, although you can see the video of class 9 to just revise all the identities. A plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. That is why I told you in class 9 that the class 9th is very important. Okay, so we can write x cube is equal to cube of a, that is 3q whole cube, plus cube of b plus 3 times of a square, that is 3q whole square, times of b into 1 plus 3 times of ab square into 3q into 1 square. So it will be 3q whole cube will be 3 to the 9, 3 the 27 q cube plus 1 cube is 1 plus 3 3 the 9, 3 the 27 q square plus 3 3 the 9 q. So if we write it in the standard form, that is decreasing order of their degrees, 27 q cube plus 27 q square plus of 9q plus of 1. So again, since we have to take 9 as common from these three, we can take 9 common from these three terms. So our value will become x cube equals to 9 within bracket 3 is 27, 3q cube, 3q square plus q and plus 1. So it is clearly, we can say that it is of the form 9m, where 3q cube plus 3q square plus q is any integer m, and m is any integer. Okay, now we are left with the third and the final case. Okay, we are left with the third and the final case. Here the third case, when the remainder is 2, so we can write x equals to 3q plus 2. Then the cube of the number, what will be the cube of the? Okay, so third case, when the remainder is 2, it will be 3q plus 2. So the cube of the integer x will be 3q plus 2 whole cube. So again the same identity, a plus b whole cube, whole cube, it will not be square, it will be cube. So a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. So x cube will be equal to a cube, that is cube of 3q, plus b cube, that is cube of 2, plus 3 times of a square, that is 3q whole square, times of b, that is 2, plus 3 times of ab square, that is 3 into 3q into 2 square. Okay, So it will be cube of 3 is 27 cube plus 8 square of 2 is 8 plus 3 3 the 9 3 the 27 2 the 54 q square plus 3 3 the 9 2 2 the 4 4 9 the 36 q. So now in the writing in the decreasing order of their degrees, 27 q cube plus 54 q square plus of 36 q plus of 8. Again we will be taking 9 as common. From this we get 9 taken out common. 3 is a 27, so 3q cube plus 9 6 is a 54, 6q square plus 9 4 is a 36, 4q plus of 8. So it is of the form 9m plus 8, where 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q is any integer m, where m is any integer. So we have shown that the cube of any positive integer is either of the form 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Okay, now the last question, that is question number 3. Here it is given that there is an army contingent. Army contingent means let's say the group of army men, okay, of 616 members is to march behind an army band, and there is a band members of 32 band members and 616 army troops which are marching behind the band members in a parade. Like the students who are doing the NCC, they are familiar with this concept that the band is followed by the soldiers or these cadets which are doing the march past. So in this manner, like for example, if we are saying this is the, let's say I am denoting the band members as B. So this is one band member, this is another band member, dot dot dot, and there are X number of columns for the band members, and similarly there are Y number of rows for the band members. Similarly, after the band members, they are march pasting like this. They are going in this direction. This is the direction of march past. Okay, and they are followed by the army contingents, the army members like this. So the number of columns for the band members and army members will be same. This is given in the question, and it is the case. Those who are doing the march past, ever done the march past, they know about this, that the number of columns will always remain the same, but the number of army members are more, so obviously they will have more number of rows. The number of rows for the band members and the army members will be different, because only 32 members of band members and only 616 members of army persons. So here you can clearly see that if we take write the number of band members as 32, will be the product of number of rows of band members multiplied by number of columns, that is X into Y. And if we take the this army person, then it will be also equal to number of rows, that is X into, and number of columns, that is Z. Here you can clearly see it shows that number of columns X will be the HCF of 32 and 616. That is, the HCF of number of army members as well as the number of band members is X. So this is what we have to calculate, what is the maximum number of columns in which they can march. So maximum number of columns in which they can march is HCF of 32 and 616. So we have to simply find out the SCF of 32 and 616. So simply 616 is the bigger number, it will become the dividend, and 32 is smaller number, it will become the divisor. Now 32 ones are 32, 61 minus 32, 11 minus 2 is 9, 5 minus 3 is 2, 29, we will copy 6, then 32 nines are 9 twos are 18, remainder is 1, 9 3 are 27, 128. Now again 16 minus 8 is 8, again 8 minus 8 is 0, that means we are getting the remainder as 8. So first will be dividend 616 is equal to divisor 32 into quotient 19 plus remainder 8. Now again in the second, the remainder will become the divisor, and the quotient and the divisor of the previous part will become the dividend. 8 4s are 32, so 0 is the remainder. We can write it as 32 dividend is equal to divisor 8 into quotient 4 plus remainder 0. Since the remainder is 0, that means the SCF of 616 and 32 is the last divisor, and the last divisor is 8. So we can say that maximum number of columns will be 8. Maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. So that's it. With this we have completed the exercise. Thank you so much, class.